So, how did I meet my best friend? FYI, this is the same best friend that I think I've mentioned in a previous video as the best friend I fell in love with. So, how did I meet her? Simple answer, college. Or high school if you're in America, or Scotland, or sometimes sixth form if you're in England. Regardless, we met when we were between the ages of 16 and 18. Details? It started with a ghost. Not a literal ghost. I'm just referring to the fact that she wasn't in my biology class when it started at the beginning of the year. So this would have been September 2011. I've just realised biology class, friends, falling in love. Anyone else getting Twilight vibes? Twihard. Anyway, so she wasn't there when the class began, which was why it was surprising when one day the teacher called out my friend's name, my best friend's name. She wasn't my friend at this point, but the teacher called out her name as one person of two. The other person was me, as someone that had received the highest marks in the class. You know how it is, genius. I'm kidding, but I think the test was just a quick sort of refresher test on what we could remember from GCSE. Anyway, my friend's name gets called and I turn, and in the corner of the classroom there she is, sat facing away from me, so all I can see is the side of her face. I remember she was wearing a thick brown winter jacket with the sleeves rolled up and her hair was tied up in a ponytail, and I turned to my friend and I said, "Do you know who she is?" He didn't. I don't know why I thought he would know. As well, she'd only just joined the class. And so that was when I noticed her, when a teacher called out her name as someone who got the highest marks alongside myself on a test. But then I started to notice her again and again. She popped up in my chemistry class, only this time she was in front of me. Again I noticed the brown thick jacket and the ponytail. Then she popped up in my English class. Detour, I had a conversation with my chemistry teacher about whether she could clip my name to Josh. She just asked me one day, what do you prefer, Josh or Joshua? And I said Joshua, no hesitation. Joshua, 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 call me Joshua. And when we became friends, my best friend told me that she remembered the conversation I had with my chemistry teacher about my name, because my best friend found it odd that I wanted to be called by my full name. I guess, I don't know, most people like their name clipped or don't mind it clipped. Me, nope to clipping, as I mind. I mind a lot. But the reason why I don't like my name clipped and why I prefer, Joshua, is that, well, one, Joshua's what's written on my birth certificate, so that is my name. Josh is a different name to Joshua. 2, I like the "ua" sound on the end of my name. 3, my mother made a song and a dance about my primary school teaching me to spell my name Josh when it was actually Joshua. But the biggest reason I think I prefer Joshua is there was actually a boy at my primary school with a similar name to me. He was called the clipped version of Joshua, so Josh. And I hated how teachers would confuse us both, because they would just, I guess, clip my name mentally alongside his. I would sit and think, my name is Joshua, refer to me as that, Joshua, or to the class with a request for Joshua, and it'll obviously be me. I really found it annoying when some random teacher would say Josh. This other boy and I would look, and then the teacher would go, oh no, Joshua. And I'm like, you could have just said that in the first place, Joshua. Also I actually didn't like the other boy who was called Josh in primary school, and hence this is why I don't like my name being clipped to Josh, as he's called Josh. This boy, the reason why I didn't like him is that he convinced his friend one day to racially abuse me in the playground. So yeah, if you ever meet me, I'll always introduce myself as Joshua. So yeah, just call me Joshua. This, just refer to me in the way that I refer to myself. Anyway, detour over. Back to how I met my best friend. So she found it odd I wanted to be called Joshua, my full name, and eventually we became friends. I think it was through Facebook. I can't remember who messaged who first, but we would talk on Messenger and send really, really long messages to each other, and it was nice. It even moved on to little book deals. We would trade books with each other at college, like little nerdy, geeky bookworms. Good times, good times. And that's how I met my best friend. The friendship was baked at college with a little bit of Facebook and a sprinkling of books thrown in. But unfortunately, the stamp, the best before stamp on that friendship, that best friendship, was best before 2014. Because it ended after that. I might make a short video on the little sort of illicit book deals we did. I also might do a video on why my friendship ended, I don't know. Anyway, how did you meet your best friend or friends? Let me know in the comments. And with that being said, thank you for listening.